Hey guys, welcome back to Honest Try. This is Nicole. Jason's over there, laying down relaxing. And this is my final day in Buenos Aires. We've had a wonderful trip so far, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave any comments, questions, recommendations down below. And check out our other videos for the last 4 or 5 days that we've been here. So today is our last full day. We have two cool things planned, but otherwise it's pretty much an open day. So the first thing is an Afro-Argentine cultural tour that's going to be in the San Telmo area. So around 2 o'clock, we're going to make our way over here to meet up with our tour guide, Carl, for that. We booked this online in advance, and they were kind enough to communicate with us through WhatsApp and send us Carl's picture, give us the exact time and location where we should be looking for him, and it will be about a 2-hour tour. We should be done by 4:30ish, and then I'm gonna head home to change and get pretty, and then Jason and I are gonna go out to dinner at Aramburu. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, which is in this area-ish, somewhere around here. And that is, I think, a 2 or 3 star Michelin restaurant in Buenos Aires, one of the best. So very excited about that experience in our date night. So other than that, we're just going to scoot around and see what else we can get into on our last day and try to make the most of the time that we have left. So join us for our little adventure in Buenos Aires. And again, don't forget to check out our prior videos where we explore each of these neighborhoods in greater depth and detail. Hey guys, so we are in La Tienda Cafe for breakfast, and I'm going to give you a really quick review of their menu. This is literally 1 block over from our apartments, and this is our second time visiting this particular place. The last time we were here, we had their French toast, and it was amazing, and the coffee here is also really, really good. It's usually packed, so we're lucky we were able to get a video. So unfortunately, I was not able to finish getting the menu just now. However, if you're interested in seeing it for yourself, you can use this QR code right here in order to view it and see what they have to offer. So yeah, La Tienda Cafe. All right guys, so our food just showed up. I got the salmon bagel with cream cheese and onions and a mocha latte. My cousin got the French toast and eggs, bacon, toast, and salmon. Yay! So now we are gonna dive in. All right guys, so we just finished our meal, as you can see, and this is the damage. So if you are interested in coming here, I highly recommend it, and I recommend that you ask for Francisco at Tienda de Cafe. Okay, so we are in a Cabify cab, and we are heading to San Telmo to catch our Afro-Argentine cultural tour for the next couple of hours. And yeah, we should be arriving in the next 30 minutes. Okay guys, so we are in San Telmo at the corner of Defensa and San something, I forget. But yeah, we're in San Telmo, and we're gonna grab something to drink and then meet up with our guide. So we are by the Casa Minima, right in front of El Zanjon, which is a series of historical tunnels that run underneath this White House. This is a museum. We did a tour of this building when we were here earlier, a couple of days ago, and checking out the market that they have here on the weekends. So feel free to check out that video on our channel. But yeah, we already did a tour of this building, so we are right across from it and waiting for our tour guide, Carlos. Okay, so we are in the I Heart Gifts gift shop, which is right down the street, and they have pretty much all things touristy. It's a pretty good sized shop, and they have air conditioning. So if you're looking for any souvenirs and you haven't gotten them yet, they're pricey. like 23 bucks for a baseball cap, $4 and change for a shot glass. But they do have your stuff if you're looking to pick something up. Tons of options, but just know that it is a tourist trap, so it's very pricey. Alright, so we just stopped in a grocery store real quick to pick up some water. A lot cheaper in here than some of the restaurants and tourist traps. So, yeah, we're still waiting. We have some time to burn before our guide gets here, maybe about 5 minutes.
On the Independence War and fought in the Revolution of May, and probably also helped with the English invasion team. See, if you were there, they would be passing through. And here on the plate it says Afrodescendente Argentina, so Argentinian Afrodescendant, fought in the wars against the invasions, the English invasions, and after the Revolution of May, accompanying the army of the North during the War of Independence of Argentina, which lo que le valió, which gave her the treatment of captain and mother of the nation, and finishing her days the rank of Sergeant Major of the Army.
Wow.
So this is Maria Remedios del Valle, your way out of the house.
Casa
So
Minima.
we have 2 registers, yeah, and also they chose to put it as Casa Minima on Google Maps, not the black man's house, not explaining the story behind why is it called Minima, as being small. You see?
So
who lived here?
Black people used to live here. White people used to rent these houses, or some of them gave these properties to enslaved people they had, and others rented these places for black people to live. So we have 2 registers of black people being a part of history and making contributions to Argentinian history that are farther from the Independence War at this point, or the English invasions in 1806 and 1807, right? So we are starting to dispel this thing of they don't exist. Another important fact is that in the 1800s, or specifically in 1778, we had a census that said, or that made the statement that 35% of people in Buenos Aires were black. So we have a lot of black people in the city, on the capital of the country.
Poor people don't like to study.
And that's the how do you say, the campaign they are doing nowadays, saying we want to close it, we want to pay, we want to force people to pay it, because the actual people that take advantage of public education are middle class and rich people. When in the world do you see rich people going to public
schools?
If it's Harvard, Columbia University,
Right.
maybe, but not like traveling an hour to study, right?
Yes, but now it's because this process is like el cordobazo, and it's a process ingeniero,
United process.
So we just passed by the Universidad del Cine, and she was educating us on how public universities here in Buenos Aires are free. However, there's current legislation pushing in their Congress to privatize higher education, and they're using statistical data to prove, I don't know how valid that statistical data is, that only middle class and wealthy individuals want to go to college in the first place. And her counter argument to that is, but if you were middle class or rich, would you go to a public school? Probably not. You'd go private. Anyway, you would leave the country and go to Harvard or Yale or a better program. So these schools that are primarily to service the poor and to provide economic mobility for the country are about to be removed. And we are heading down the street around the corner from Universidad del Cine to go look at some other things that reflect the historical and current presence of the Black Argentine experience.
Secondly, the representation of Maria Remedios del Valle, when you heard about the story of Maria Remedios del Valle, you think that the representation of the mother of the nation is of a strong figure. No, they just put her in titties.
Just naked.
Bare chest. So can you imagine her fighting at the war with her breast out?
Right.
Can you imagine Abraham Lincoln with no pants?
Right.
But it is a choice to put a black representation, right, in a statue, but objectifying her and sexualizing her, right? Because it is the same things we see on history books, where we have those photos of black people in their original communities being just like, and with their bodies exposed, as if you could just go there and touch it, right? The same thing that we talk about in some depictions of black people where they are sexualized, right? Black men. Ooh, I love myself some black men. You see? And the same thing with women in general. Woman is just like picking their kiss, and men are like, oh, look at her, that booty, picking up. Luther King, some might think he came out of the womb, I have a dream, mommy. And it wasn't actually like that.
Right.
So black revolutionaries all over the world have childhoods. But when we think about strong people, we usually don't think about their childhood. Well, what took them to become the people they are in actuality. And because of that, we are fortunate to have Kilava here, because she made a depiction with another artist called La Negra Chimba.
It's Afro-Argentinian too.
They are both Afro-Argentinian. So that was the art that was on that wall below Balcarce.
Okay.
Nowadays, the place is a flower shop. Notice how we have a lot of flowers here? They said that this painting didn't go well with their business. You can feel the reasons why it didn't go well with their business, right? And it's not the flowers. So in this depiction we have the Inca sun. This sun is on the Argentinian flag because San Martin, one of the heroes of the independence, wanted the inclusion of the Inca sun for Argentinians to remember that this is also the land of indigenous people. Not only of the conquistadores, right?
Yeah.
It's also the land of indigenous people. Then we have Made. Made is Afro-Argentinian, and she's a model and very proud of her heritage. And very proud of her heritage. Then we have, I believe that most of you have saw this plant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
I think so.
somewhere in the world, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a snake
Yeah.
plant.
Yeah.
Once
It's
more.
Oh, it smells.
Oh, it seems like it's legal because of people just blazing it all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this,
Sacred plant.
on the African syncretism, is known as a plan to open pets. You'll find it on the entrance of a lot of businesses, of a lot of houses, because Ogun, the deity that is represented by this plant, is known to be a god that opens your pets. Yeah, your pets, not your pets, not your pets.
Yeah.
And we have here Maria Remedios del Valle. So this was also a meeting point, because we didn't say Balcarce y Estados Unidos for the people that are frequent around the neighborhood. We used to say where the little Maria Remedios del Valle is, right? So it was really important because of this depiction of the mother of the nation as being in her childhood, as being as even being a projection for the childhoods of black children right now, no? Protecting their childhood, having their childhoods being something hopeful, no? Not only something of a struggle and constant resistance, as we often see in other black revolutionary figures. But the owner said, nah, take this off. But fortunately, because of the harassment and discrimination that we suffer from the flower shop, that actually they are pretty upset that every time we pass to their store, we tell people what happened, and they're like, don't tell people that. How dare you? How dare you say we're racist? Just feel it, don't say it. But fortunately, because of that, now Quilava has the opportunity of putting the same depiction on a bigger space that is a cultural place that we often go to celebrate things that are related to the Afro culture here on the neighborhood. So it was for a better reason, maybe, that they decided that the portrait of the little Maria Remedios del Valle is not on the corner anymore, because way more people are going to see the beautiful depiction of the childhood of Maria Remedios del Valle, right?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Think about other examples of things that happen in culture that happen similar to tango. Like modern culture, for example.
Rock and roll.
Everything in America.
Presley.
I'm about to say everything in America. I don't even have
Yeah,
time.
for example, twerking
Sure.
or dressing in an urban way, no? For people that have black fathers, for example, if our parents were to try to go to a restaurant dressed like a Liverpool player, the security guard will be like, excuse you? What are you trying to do, man? And they would not even try to do it because they would know, the first place, that they entry would be denied. But now we are seeing more and more, and we can see specifically with the things we are seeing on the tour, that it's not a question of black people not existing, it's a question of erasing the presence of black people throughout the story. Right? So do you have any questions? Any doubts?
So to summarize, tango originated from African and indigenous culture, but was appropriated
Yes, you
by
know a very common
Argentina
thing about tango
when the
in
Europeans
Argentina
decided
is
that they
even though
liked it
they
and thought it was
deny
cool. Then
black
suddenly
people a
it
lot,
was like
there's a
part
lot
of the national
nicknames that
identity
start
of
with
Argentina,
El Negro
whereas
and La
previously
Negra.
it had been dismissed
So we
as
have a lot of
dirty
El
and
Negro de la
over-sexualized.
esquina. Él tiene una historia. ¿Cuál es la tuya? So every face has an history. What is yours? That being because of the racial profiling that happens all over the world. So usually, when you talk about non-white people, we we have this stereotypes of how black men and black women behave. I don't have what culture show us, or because the depictions that we see on movies, on videos, and so on. So when the police see us on the street, they see potential, they see people that have the potential to commit crimes, right? They don't see a son, they don't see a father, they don't see a brother, they see a potential criminal. And we had that example in 2020, that unfortunate occasion with George Floyd. So we know that that event made the whole world question itself on the racism question, right? Are we racist? Huh? I think we already know the answer, right? Yeah, like Telmo has a life, you know? I will go literally, it says move. That is a reference to Telmo has a life, it's a lie. Telmo is a lie. And you have the representation of the stone street, of the cobblestone, right? And you have the little kids with their public school uniforms. So here in Argentina, you can identify the grade on which the children are because of the uniforms they have. If they have uniforms like these kids, you can know that they are at primary school. If they have uniforms like almost little doctors, then you can say that they are finishing primary school and going to high school. And then Chitohit. So gauchos are like our cowboys because they are also nomadic, they are reserved. And the thing with gauchos, we have a representation of them here, is that usually cowboys would be black. Exactly.
I knew you were gonna say it.
Because it's facts.
Bro, they can't be in the sun 2 hours without getting sunburned. You think you were out on the pasture for months? No.
So this is a representation of gauchos that you won't find on the internet easily. Maybe on the 4th, 5th page of Google, you'll see gauchos like this. So the same happened with cowboys. The first contact we have with cowboys is of Clint Westwood doing some wild thing on the desert with an indigenous man on a horse that we don't know why he's hanging around Clint Westwood. Well, because it's a movie, right? Otherwise. And the same thing, the same whitewashing happened with gauchos. Gauchos would be Creole, black, or indigenous. And why do I say Creole? Because the Spanish, as some other Europeans, had this system of grading your blackness. So you could be mulatto, you could be sambo, you could be trigueño, anything mulatto, but to say black. Different words just to say black. So Creole would be actually a mixture in between black and Spanish, black and indigenous, or even the three at the same time. Black, Spanish, and indigenous are often left aside. What do you believe happened when the yellow fever epidemic of 1871 reached the city of Buenos Aires? They said, you guys, you are the responsible for this yellow fever epidemic. Even though you clean the city, even though you give milk to our children, even though you are enslaved and for obligation you have to maintain everything clean, and you take bets on the river, you are the responsible for the yellow fever epidemic. But what was really happening is that they started in 1840, 33 decades before the yellow fever epidemic, to receive immigrants with that plan of having the perfect population. So they were receiving immigrants for Spain and Italy. And since at that time the conditions were inhumane for them also, when they got to land, they got sick. And they started the yellow fever epidemic. So what happened was that, remember that when we began the tour, we were talking about the surroundings of the city and it being the Plaza, the Square of May, the government building, Cabildo, and the cathedral, that you cannot really recognize it.
I have to go, but nice to meet you.
Okay guys, so I just met up with Jason and we are heading to dinner at Aramburu. You're going to walk down this little alleyway which is full of different restaurants and shops, and it's going to be right down here on the right hand side. You see it there, and so we're just about to go in. So here we are, here's the door.
There's a little button I guess you have to push.
We have a 6 p.m. reservation, so I guess we need to call. Okay, so we just got seated. This is the kitchen. It's literally right in front of us. There is a small table over there in the corner that was offered to me, but it's a little warm sitting directly in the kitchen.
It's cool.
Called the kitchen table. But you do get a first-hand view of the kitchen and all the activities that are happening in it, so that's really amazing. But this is close enough for me, so I can get good enough footage for you guys, I think, from right here, and you can see kind of the cool activities happening in the restaurant's kitchen firsthand.
First appetizer inside the envelope, it's a rice cracker with flowers. On the other side we have here tomato water to go back and forward with the cracker. Oh, okay. Have a great stuff. Thank you. Rice cracker and an
Rice
envelope.
cracker
Look at
with
it. You wanna
tomato.
see? I'm
Yes.
gonna open it up, and here is a tomato. Oh, it's gonna hard. Hold on. There you go. Pop it out like that, and you can see. Voila.
Rice
Very
cracker
cool.
with tomato water.
Very cool. Here. Following courses, all of them are from Argentina. We have in the south, in Ushuaia, king crab. Wow, they share king crab with Chile. Then in Chubut, which is Patagonia as well, we have razor clams. And from Buenos Aires countryside, nearby Bahia Blanca, we have fresh oysters. And from La Plata, Buenos Aires countryside as well, we have enoki mushrooms. And this is kohlrabi. Okay. These are some of the highlights products.
Nice.
They look amazing.
Yes,
I'm
this is
excited.
impressive. I've never seen.
This guy's massive.
Yeah, that's
nice.
insane.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my God.
color is amazing.
It's beautiful. Okay.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us know. Thank you. Hazelnuts, please. Thank you.
Thank you. So we just got these dropped off. Small hazelnuts with cream.
Different type of them. We have enoki, the one from the countryside with portobello. It also has onion and dates. Okay. Enjoy it. Thank you.
Very well. So for the following course, we will continue. Actually, we will start with the seafood appetizers, and in this case, we have an ocean foam.
Ocean foam.
Yes,
Oh.
this is inspired in the foam of the ocean. So here we have scallops and green apple.
Okay.
Scallops and green
Thank
apple.
you. Here the chef imitates the king crab leg with this 2 carrot cannoli, king crab and pears inside. Enjoy it. Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you very much.
Cannoli imitating king crab legs. There's their 2 little Michelins right there. Their 2 Michelin stars.
Good. So let's continue with parfait brioche. Inside we have trauch tartar, and we have the Uruguayan caviar on top, Siberian sturgeon. Hope you like this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
These are plants from Chubut, Patagonia, and we have nasturtium cream, the flower. Enjoy.
Okay,
Thank you.
gracias. Oysters. This is their presentation of oysters.
This is tenderloin tartar with kimchi and nori seaweed.
Oh, kimchi. Very nice.
That's it. Hope you like this one.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And for you, we have carrot baby.
Carrot
Baby, and for you, sir, we have from the Patagonia in Rio Negro province, Patagonia prawn. We have couch roe with pumpkin and blood orange.
Oh,
Hope you like this one.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
thank you.
I'm allergic to prawns, so I have shrimps. So I have carrots to substitute. All right, so they just took away the last dish and reset our cutlery. There's been a lot of movement from the waiters in the kitchen tonight. Like it's like a constant flow of people in and out. Almost after every single dish, they're resetting the table for the most part. You got new plates, new cutlery, and they take everything away, and then they bring more back. You've got wet towels for our hands. Like it's just nonstop activity. It's a lot of action happening, a lot of energy in the room, constant flow of people.
It's the flag. Bueno, muy bien. So for the following course, we continue with the catch of the day. In this case, it's our rockfish with kohlrabi on the bottom and the palm on the top is made with clams. In your case, we have a cuero.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Once again, because the dish is made with prawns, they've done that for Jason, but for mine, they substituted it with fennel. So let's see how it turns out.
Not the only beans. I
okay.
recommend to mix everything.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay.
Passion fruit with pork ragu at the bottom.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a warm dish.
You don't mix it.
Yes, and do not mix it. Just go
Flowers, yeah.
straight down and just eat the center.
Yeah.
Continue with sweet bread. It was cooked for about 2 hours, 80 Celsius degree. It's smoked. We have blueberry sauce and flowers. Everything is enjoyable.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you. Sweet bread cooked for
that's
2
cool.
hours.
Nice.
So this is Jack Magret. We have Jerusalem artichoke puree with broccoli, and this is morel mushroom.
Mushrooms. Okay. Oh, nice.
Enjoy this one.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
So we're heading upstairs for the second course, which is where the pastries are. Pastry kitchen. Okay, sorry.
Welcome to the second floor. Here we're going to make all the desserts. And if you need a restroom, we got one at the end of the hall. Let's go by this way.
So here we are on the second floor, which is where the pastries will be served. So this is our palate cleanser. It is a 1-bite watermelon sorbet. Isn't that beautiful?
Green apple sorbet and has a lime and basil foam.
Oh, basil foam. Okay, thank you.
Free dessert.
Yeah, I like that. Free dessert. Looks like an avocado.
Mhm.
It's an avocado.
Oh,
No, it is an avocado.
This is the main dessert. It's an avocado mousse
Avocado
made
mousse.
with white chocolate. Has a curry and cacao crumble in the center and a mango sorbet.
Okay, cool.
Alright, it's a caramel shell. So the idea for this dessert is you crack it.
Okay.
Okay. Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Bit of crackers?
Yeah?
Yeah, crack it. Crack it.
Oh, like the plate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Onion
thank
skin.
you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
They gave us a glass of, what is it?
Sparkling
Wine?
rosé.
Oh, rosé. For the
And-
anniversary.
Yeah, as an acknowledgement of our wedding anniversary. Yay!
I think you get cake if it's your birthday or something. You get stuff for events. Right?
I guess,
Yeah,
yeah.
I guess so.
How was it?
It's delicious.
It's amazing. Very
so
creative. Yeah.
Thank you. It is very good.
Alright,
these are chocolates. Okay, we have raspberry, these passion fruit, and dulce de leche.
Dulce, oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
And because we're celebrating our anniversary,
Yeah, it's for you.
it's another dessert.
Oh, thank you.
You take it home, or if you wanna eat it here, we have no problem.
Okay, thank you
It's
very much.
vanilla and raspberry pavlova.
Pablo. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Yay!
It's awesome. Let me try to get rid of
This was our to-go dessert, but Jason's going to open it now so that we can see what's inside. All right. Ta-da! Very pretty.
Let me see if I can.
Try and get a pretty display of it without destroying it. Aw.
There you go.
There you go. You can see it, sort of. It's a little. There we go.
There you go.
There it is. So
Very
that's
nice.
our to-go dessert as a celebration for our.
The meal was amazing. Well worth it.
Yeah. We had a good time. Yeah. All right, thank you. So they are going to bring us some spoons so we can eat it now. Thank you so much. So I just ordered a coffee, espresso. So that's what they delivered with milk and sugar. So I'm gonna have my after dinner drink and we're just gonna relax for a bit. Okay guys, so we just came out and finished our experience here. And it's now evening and we are on our way to a place to relax. So we can meet up with my...
Before, I just wanted to let you know, we did receive this. It actually tells you of everything that was eaten. So we just left a little too early.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
Because they were going to give us this up there.
Oh, whoopsie.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. But here's the actual bill right there.
All right.
And a tip is not included. Almost 10 here, so
Yeah.
add 10% to that.
So an additional 10%, so about $5.50
Right,
US dollars total for this experience.
which was wonderful.
Yeah.
Well worth it.
It was great. All right, guys, let's see what else we can get into. Okay, so we are in the Winemakers wine bar, and we are gonna relax here until we decide to go home. I just ordered a cup of the Enco Malbec. You can see the bottle over there right there. All right, so we just finished our wine and we are about to head home. As I explained, I got the Copa Anco Malbec for $5, essentially. Great wine. And Jason got water, sparkling water, a bottle of that for like $2 and change. So we're getting ready to catch a Cabify cab and head home for the evening. But highly recommend checking out Winemaker if you happen to be in the area. This is a very nice experience, very chill. Hey guys, welcome back. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave any comments, questions, recommendations down below. And let's do a quick recap to tell you about our adventures today. I'm using the hop on, hop off bus map, which we use the first 3 days of our time here because it gives you a really nice kind of clean layout of the city of Buenos Aires and the main points that we've been visiting. So if you're not familiar with this, that's what it is. So we live here in Recoleta. So after having breakfast here, we hopped in a cab and headed over to San Telmo for an Afro-Argentine cultural tour with a company called, I think it's called Lunfada, Lunfada, if I remember correctly. And the tour was 3.5 hours, but it includes like a meal and like taste opportunities to taste Afro-Argentine cuisine and things like that. So you're not just marching around San Telmo the whole time. So we tried to share some highlights from that tour with you. Very interesting to hear their perspective about the entire history of the origination of Buenos Aires and their influence on the culture here. After that tour, we took a Cabify cab back to the house in Recoleta, got dressed, and went over here to this area in Recoleta, which is where we had dinner at Aramburu, Aramburu. So actually, I think it's right here. It's near the Plaza Vicente Lopez. It's right off of that street, right off of Montevideo, or somewhere around that area. So we were like right here for dinner. And that is a 2-star Michelin restaurant. Actually have the menu here that they gave us. And as you can see, we marched through multiple courses. It was amazing experience. Really enjoyed that. And then also, because it was our wedding anniversary, we got the really nice glass of sparkling rosé to toast in our anniversary. So after that, we walked around the corner, again, to a wine bar right in front of the park here called Winemakers. Enjoyed a Malbec there, and then took a cab back home. So that was back home. We live around here right now. So that's basically been our whole day today. A lot of walking and adventure, and we had a really good time. So I would recommend checking out those places if you're interested in learning more about Afro-Argentinian history or having a wonderful dinner experience. This was amazing. Make sure you book in advance. We had the first seating, which was at 6. But if you prefer later meals, I think they take reservations pretty late, maybe 10, 11 p.m., maybe even later. So that's absolutely available. And the cost for this was $250 per person without the wine, but be aware that prices are subject to change. So that's what we paid for our meal. No telling what it might be, later on, depending on the experience that you have. They also have a version that is paired, but Jason doesn't drink and I don't drink much. So we opted not to go with the paired option. But that is available if you would like to also explore their recommendations, their wine recommendations for accompaniments with the menu. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Honest Try TV. This is our last full day in Buenos Aires. I will be departing tomorrow, so stick around, and we'll see how that little adventure goes as we make our way back to the States.